Welcome back. We're here to talk about Saturday's Premier League match between West Ham and Leicester. Start with the host Pascal. 1-1 draw against Sunderland last time out.
It's not the worst result. I think they probably would have gone there. They're in great form going there. They would have gone there thinking, this is a place we can win. But Sunderland, they've been a bit draw specialists recently. They've had plenty of draws. They held Chelsea at the Stadium of Lights. They're a tough ask to go and beat Sunderland at the Stadium of Lights. So point there wasn't too, but obviously falling behind. Jordi Gomez penalty. They fought back quite quickly. Stuart Downing with a goal. Bit fortunate they got it deflected. Another goal for him. He's been great form this season under Sam Allardyce, providing, scoring as well. So he's a key player for them. Obviously, they had Sacco and Carroll starting up front. Valencia came off the bench, so there's options up front as well. And yeah, things are looking really good for West Ham.
Yeah, ended a run of 3 straight wins, which would be a bit of a disappointment for them. But as you say, not a bad result at all. Now 4 games unbeaten. It keeps them in the top 4 as well, which is no one expected that at the start of the season, did they? And these next 2 games after this Leicester game, they'll be expecting to win this. But if they've got real top 4 credentials, it'll be very interesting to see how they get on in the next 2 games against Chelsea and Arsenal, because they'll really test them. And if they are planning on getting the Champions League places, it's going to be a huge ask. Then they'll fancy getting something out of those games, and if they do, then might have to start taking them a bit more seriously.
Definitely, yeah. They'll sort of be looking on the horizon to those 2 games, but this one against Leicester, this is a game that West Ham will definitely fancy winning. Obviously, bottom of the table, Leicester in horrid form. Another defeat last time. They were at home to City. Given City's form, that was always going to be a tough game. But they had decent chances in that game. City, they were a bit depleted. They had no Aguero. Other injury problems. Zeko was meant to play, but then got injured in the warm-up. So all those things almost pointed it in the direction of a Leicester shock, and they couldn't quite produce it, couldn't score again, and really worrying times for Nigel Pearson. Obviously, he's been charged as well off the pitch by the FA, and all those sort of things. It just doesn't help when you're bottom of the table like that. So yeah, really worrying times for Leicester.
Yeah, pressure's starting to tell a bit on him, isn't it? And it's not a surprise, as you say, bottom of the table, 4 defeats in a row, terrible form, relegation form, no wins in 11 now, and 9 of them have been defeats. When they made such a bright start the season, you thought they might be safe, they might look towards mid-table or something, a really good season, but they've plummeted down the table in recent weeks, and they need to find something to spark them into life, rediscover that earlier form that they had.
Definitely, and the away form is really worrying as well. Obviously, QPR, their away form has been documented. They've lost every away game, but Leicester have lost 7 of 8 away games, only the second worst record in the league on the road. And yeah, we talk about it all the time, teams down near the bottom. The home form is where you're going to sort of be the bedrock of your season, but you have to pick up points away from home, and Leicester lost 7 of 8 on the road, and going to a place like West Ham, who've been in great form recently, it's such a tough game for them.
Give them any chance at all?
I don't really. West Ham, you mentioned they'd won 3 games in a row before going to Sunderland, and I fancy them to get back to winning ways here. I'm going to go 3-0 West Ham.
Yeah, I agree with West Ham win. I don't think it'll be quite that emphatic. I think I'm going to go for 2-0, but we're both going for comfortable West Ham wins. Thanks for watching.